70% of adults walk around with a mask. And I'm not talking about that mask we wear for the pandemic. They walk around with a mask being someone else that they truly are not. Did you know that 75% of young girls have low self-esteem? 40% of young boys have low self-esteem. And all of them grow up to be mask-wearing adults. But they're not alone. I used to share that same space. I wore a mask so that I could be whatever it was that someone else thought I needed to be. All I knew was I wanted the American dream. Grow up, get a job, get married, have kids, and be happy. In all of my getting, there still wasn't complete happiness. I grew up in a single-parent home, and I take absolutely nothing from my shero. She did everything she could and was supposed to do to make sure that I was successful. But there was a void, and that void contributed to my issues. So as I grew, I figured out, there must be something wrong. And then came the mask. Let me be what they want me to be. Let them see what they feel like they should see. Here's the problem with wearing a mask. At some point, they either fall off or they crack. In 2005, my mask totally cracked. I was a young wife and a young mother, twin girls, 2 boys. And on May 10th, after a long day of work in the school, I walk into the hospital where my husband usually always comes home from, to his mother crying profusely to say he's gone. My American dream was done. What had happened? What had I done? Why? And that mask that I wore for everyone else, it cracked. And the broken down little brown girl inside started seeping out. Do I give up? Do I stop? What do I do now? I had 2 beautiful girls, 2 handsome young men that I had to live for. And I had to figure out how to make it work all by myself. At that moment, I knew, like the title of my book, my flesh is killing me. And I had to figure out what comes next. Well, my next, after days and months of crying and thinking and figuring it out, I came to the point of what I like to call in my book, the disease. Because that's what it feels like. When you feel like you don't belong, when there's nowhere that accepts you, when there's no place that you feel like everything is always right, you feel like you have a disease. And at that point, you need surgery, figurative surgery. And what you have to do is systematically figure out step by step, okay, how did I get here? What do I do now? And how can I make it? So many of us walk around and we feel like we do so much for so many because we are the positive influence. But what we must remind ourselves is positive influence is not always positive for everyone. Do you feel like you fit in? What's your favorite things? What do you identify with? Because we're letting so many slip through the cracks, and then they become the mask-wearing adults that I've talked to you about today. I know that there are some mask-wearing adults here, and if that's you, I resonate with you. I know what it feels like to figure out that what you thought was what you were supposed to be doing is not, and I can help with that. My name is Lakia Crutchfield. I am a growth mindset and communication expert where I, through education and experiences, empower others. I'd love to speak with you talk with you, help you, move you forward. And I can do that if you reach out to KiaChronicles.com. Kia Chronicles, Chronicles with a K, and Kia Chronicles on every social media platform. Thank you.